gentlemen, in this total life change, right? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, he actually is, I want you all to put your hand claps together because you know what? He has served our country. He is a former jumped out of planes parachute, right? And so listen, he actually has a coaching. He's definitely, he can coach. I love the way he trains and coach. And I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, our friend, Jay and our friend, our business partner. He is just, he has 100% of the information. I'm talking about none other than Mr. Jason L. Scott the first. Mr. Scott, have you made it to the back line with us this morning?
Yes, young lady, I'm absolutely lying. Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Can
loud
you
and
see
clear.
me?
I can see you.
Excellent, excellent. Listen, great morning, great Saturday morning. Listen, young lady, I'm super excited to be connected to you always. You and Jay, you guys bring such a light, not just to the organization, but to myself as well. I love you guys dearly. You know that already. Some things are just a given, right? Sometimes you be around the presence of some people, and as soon as you see them, you be like this. You're like, you just can't help but cheese. See how you cheese right there, girl? You can't help. Look at, I see you, Idris. Hey, listen, Walker, I see you. Some people just make you that way. Some people just brings out the light inside of you. You and your husband are absolutely those two people who brings that light out on myself. And the thing about that is just, guys, we all go through things. Everybody goes through life all the time. You never know what somebody's going through. But it's always great to know that you have the type of people like Sonia and Jay Atkins who can actually shift the energy, shift your vibration, shift what things mean to you in the moment and make you feel proud to be connected. So thank you, young lady. I appreciate you as well for being the consummate leader that you are as well. Anyway, guys, welcome to our Saturday morning training, guys. This call happens every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is important that you make it a part of your lifestyle, part of your write this down, continuing education. It has to be a part of your continuing education. When you're talking to people, everything should be about personal growth, personal development, and continuing education. And you should even have a budget that you have for continuing education. That means you want to continue on growing. You want to continue on uplifting yourself. You guys ever seen it? You ever notice like I've clicked on. I'm getting some training in a minute. This is still training, but I clicked on different ads. Right? I'll see ads. I'll see somebody promoting something, or it could be an app or ad or whatever. And then if it's something that teaches somebody something, you go to the comment section. The first thing you start seeing people say, "But is it free? How much it costs? That's the money." I'm like, so in your mindset, you want everything to be free. You don't want to have no price to pay. But there's a price you're going to pay for financial freedom, and that price is going to be paid up front. So people have to be willing to invest in themselves for the continuing education. But let me find something real quick because I know Twyla wanted me to cover a few things. I want to make sure I absolutely do that. So she wanted to make sure that we actually, before I go into recognition, let me say, matter of fact, Sonia, if you can, do you know all the information for the like the frequency, the convention dates and everything else? If you have all those things, I want you to set the tone by giving them the announcements that we need first. And then I'll go ahead and get into some other things with the rank recognition and everything else. Okay.
Okay, awesome. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, we definitely want you all because Mr. Jason L. Scott, as well as myself, Miss Nikki Alexander, we 100% know that events build belief. And so you don't want to think about, like you heard Mr. Scott say, a budget for what you're going to do for your business. Go ahead and incorporate this because we really are 90 days out from our international frequency convention, which will be held in Detroit, Michigan. The dates are September the 11th through September the 13th, but you want to drive, fly, bus, train, whatever. Be there from September the 11th, leave on September the 14th. And so it is very, very imperative for you to just make a decision, say, you know what, let me get my ticket. Once you get your ticket, you will figure out how you are going to get there. We dropped in the team chats, just this week of some of the hotels because our host hotel is the Fort Pontchartrain, which is in downtown Michigan. But I want to give you a list of some of the hotels that actually still have availability. And it's very important for you to actually just call the hotel, book your room. And let me just give you that because the Baymont by Wyndham is downtown Detroit. That's only 1.9 miles from the host hotels, which means that you don't need to get an Uber. You don't need to rent a car. You can actually walk there. Then we have the Hilton Gardens Inns, which is downtown Detroit. We have La Quinta Inn, downtown Detroit, Comfort Inn, downtown Detroit, as well as the Doubletree Suites by Hilton. That is also right there in downtown Detroit. And so, ladies and gentlemen, make a decision. Don't say, you know, I'm going to try. If you try, you're not going to be there. And so that's the information for our Frequency TLC International Convention, September the 11th through the 13th. Thank you so much, Mr. Scott.
Thank you, young lady. I appreciate that for you just sharing that. Guys, and listen, you heard us say events build belief, and you want to put yourself in a place where you get yourself and your people to that event. Now, like I said, we're 90 days out. Now, the great thing about that is this, that we are building in this Project 50K. Project 50K must become a real thing inside you. Now, that's the thing I want you to write. I want you to think, right? Write down on your paper, Project 50K. That means 50,000 people we're going to have in our organization in 90 days, right? But I also want you to write under that, how many of the 50,000 are going to be in your organization? From you down, Natalie. Don't just go Project 50K like it's somebody else's thing. How much of that thing that you and your organization will be a part of? You hear that, Sonia?
Hey, I'm so happy and grateful now. Wish. It's 11:11 a.m.
That's my 11:11. Happy and grateful. I'm so happy and grateful now. That every single day at 11:11, my happy and grateful. Listen, you see me, Sonia? And listen, I gotta say, Jason L. Stop the first. Listen, I got to say it. I got to have it every single day at 11:11. Okay, I love it. I'm happy and grateful now. So happy, and I'm so happy and grateful. Sometimes you got to remind yourself. See, my calls are a reminder for me to remind myself to be happy and grateful. And every single day, 11:11, it goes off. It goes up at 4:12, which is my birth date. It says celebration of life. It goes off. All it is because in our days, so many things can happen that get you off your base of all the stuff you study for, all the things you want in your life. Life can become so overwhelming with so much information that sometimes you don't even recognize that you're stressed. You don't even recognize that you're feeling some type of negative way about everything. So it just reminds me to be happy and grateful. So when it goes on, no matter what I got going, I go, let me breathe, let me rock, let me focus on what I'm thinking with my conscious mind, because sometimes your subconscious takes over. Most of the time it takes over when you're not thinking, your subconscious can take over. And when it takes over, you can start to feel some type of way, some type of negative way. So our job is always to find a way. This is still continuing education. See, and it's free. Actually, it's not free. You guys who invested in this business, you invested in business, you invested in time. So so always, it never comes to an event without a clear intention on what you intend to take away. So when you come even into this call, let it mean something to you on a whole nother level. But getting back to what I was saying, we have 90 days, right, for this convention. You got to say to yourself, how many people am I going to have that's going to come to this, get up to this next event? That's going to be on my organization team. Am I going to have 100? Am I going to have 1,000 of the 50,000? Am I going to have 20,000 of the 50,000? Am I going to be so audacious and bombastic in my belief that I'm going to have 50,000? Why the hell not? Huh? Why not? If it can happen for one, it can happen. Because listen, if we say Project 50K, let's say we put 50,000 people in the organization, and we all in Daryl's organization. I mean, Daryl got 50,000, but what about you? So that means if Daryl can do it, that means you too can do it. So what if we actually, because listen, write this down. We don't go to the numbers, we go through the numbers. 50,000, yeah, that's what I'm going to have. So I don't care. We got 50,000 and 100,000 in 90 days, because I'm going to claim what I'm going to claim for myself. You have to put it in your spirit that you're going to claim it. Now, the great thing about that is this: when we get there, Steamy, when we get to this event, you're going to come to the event and just knowing there's not going to be people that you're going to have, but people you're going to have there walking the stage. People are going to have there who've been able to get promoted, who've been able to get, because most people never get recognized for nothing. They don't have no recognition at their jobs. They don't have no recognition at their households. They have no recognition in nothing that they've been able to accomplish. So sometimes, even though we say recognition, babies cry for it, men die for it. People really want recognition, so they'll go hard for it. when you get to that event, how many people you're going to have that's going to get there, that's going to walk across that stage? Because part of your leadership is the people that you don't just bring, but also the ones that you bring, but they're also walking the stage of success. They also have walked the stage and they have hit the first corporate positions. They have hit apprentice, director, you know what I'm saying, all those other things. And you have a chance to stand on the sidelines being a proud mama or a proud papa because you've been able to coach, mentor, and help guide somebody else to that success. So let's get to give you some practice. Right now, if I want to know, do I have other people who on this call right now, if you have actually yourself been able to hit that rank of apprentice. Apprentice is, matter of fact, let me say this right here before I even get to apprentice. Those of you who are on this call right now who have gone binary qualification, who got binary qualified, if you have had two people that you got started into the business, one person on your left, one person on your right, and they're actively in the business. All right. If you got two people this past week that you enrolled into the business, let me see something, move the spotlight. What's up? If you have two people, let me see. How do you want to do this, Son? Do you want them to put it in the comment section? Do you want them to open it up? What do you want them to do, Sonia? Help me. You and I are going to work this together right now.
Okay, we just want them to just say their name and who are their two people and where they're from, where them themselves are from, and then name their two people.
All right. So if you guys are online, you got binary qualified, open your mic up right now and let me know who your two people are. Okay, great. Now, if you know of the person in your team, please put it in the chat. If you actually may not have maybe in your organization, but put it in the chat as well. Now, also our next rank that I want to kind of discuss today is our apprentice rank. That means a person they're on their path for director, and they haven't quite gotten that yet, but they're on their path for financial success. They've been able to get binary qualified. And from that binary qualification, been able to help those people start to see some results. So they got 500 in volume on the left, 500 in volume on the right side. That's apprentice. Do I have any apprentices that was able to be generated this past week? If so, open your mics and let me know. Okay, great, good stuff. Right, no apprentices. All right, that's not on the call. I do know we have some, but they're in Africa and other places. They're not on the call right now. But if you have hit the rank of director, then I want you to do the same thing. If you hit the rank of director, put it in, open up your mic right now. I want to know if you yourself have gone director or somebody in your team have gone director. Come on, guys. I know I got somebody. We got to have some people moving. I know we got somebody moving. All right. Matter of fact, I think Jacinda, I saw somebody in your team have posted the other day that you guys had an apprentice that was broke the other day. I hit the rank of apprentice a few days ago. You about to say something, Sonia?
That apprentice from Jacinda's team, somebody in this chat commented, but it was actually from March.
From March? Okay, good stuff.
And everybody else started commenting.
Okay, good stuff. Let's get ahead and give you that injection. Let me give you some injection again. All right, let's get it going on again. So congratulations for that right there, guys, because if you did it once, you can do it again. And if one man can, another man can. Period. All right. Or as my granddaughter be saying, son, period. Period. I'm like, word. That's how y'all do now. So period. If one man can, another man can. Period. All right. So also, do we have anybody who have hit the rank of rising star that's on the call today? Let me know if you hit the rank of rising star. What's going to share? I see Miss Addison. Anybody hit the rank of rising star? Or anybody hit the rank of executive? If you have, open up your mic, let me know. Okay, great, good stuff, guys. Listen, I'm going to get into this process right here because this is the deal. If it has not happened, it's A-OK, all right, for the moment. But I don't want you to let it stay A-OK for the lifetime of your business. There's several things that happen in this organization, right? Several things that must happen, all right? And one thing that I learned a long time ago that a compensation plan, it promotes a certain type of, it ignites a certain type of behavior. A compensation plan creates a certain type of behavior in the field, a certain type of way of how we show up. Our compensation plan allows us to hit ranks, to get paid, to be able to get promoted pretty quickly, to earn some amazing income. Our compensation plan allows a person to get paid also on a weekly basis. Now, I've come from organizations and companies where it will take a month for you to hit your rank goal, to rank up. But also in that month, all month, people kind of sort of do some work, but it would seem like even though Sonia, it would be like the last week of the month when everybody had to close out and that was the week to hit rank, all of a sudden, people weren't even close to it, came from behind and was able to make it happen and hit that rank. Now, the thing is this, our compensation plan allows us not to just rank up one time a month, but you can rank up for every single week. Every single week, you have the opportunity to do that. But this is the great thing about it. Because it promotes a weekly income, a weekly ranking of opportunity, it promotes weekly income as well. An income level, a rank level is indicative or connected to an income level. Write that down. So that means when people say, well, it don't really matter to me. I don't really, because sometimes we'll try to let ourselves believe that a rank is not important to us, like it really doesn't matter. But if you're going to make more money for doing the same work, then it should matter. You're going to still do the same Zoom call, the same opportunities call, the same marketing, the same talking, the same sales. You're going to still do the same thing. So since you're going to do the same thing, why not get paid more money for doing the same exact thing that you're going to do anyway? If it was at your job and you was doing all this stuff and somebody else got promoted for doing the same work you're doing and both of you have the opportunity and they say, you're not going, oh, no, don't matter to me. It ain't going to matter to me if I'm making no extra money. No, it does matter to you. If the promotion is available for you doing the same work at your job, which is your boss's business, it should be important for you in your own business now that you are your own boss. And because you're your own boss and it must be important to you, I want you to know, guys, that we are in a space right now where you're 90 days away from the decision you make today. Write that down. You're 90 days away from the decision you make today. And I want us all to make the decision that when we get to this event, that whatever rank that you want to accomplish, write it down. Whatever rank goal that you're looking to accomplish by the time you walk that stage, I want you to write it down. They have ring ceremonies, they have rank ceremonies. People get a chance to walk the stage. Some people get a chance to walk and say something. I want you to it has to mean something to you that even walking the stage, because some people, we like to act as though things don't really matter. It don't really matter to me, so I don't need all that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You need some acknowledgement for the online. You like to tell people, I'm a boss, babe. So that means you want some acknowledgement for it. I'm a boss. Well, that means you want somebody to acknowledge. You telling me you want me to acknowledge. So that means it matters to you. It matters to you how people look at you. It matters to you how you look at yourself. It matters to you. And the thing is this, I want you just to set the goal for it. Set the goal that you're going to walk a stage. Set the goal and intention that you're going to have the result and success you want to have. I want it to be intentional. And the reason why I'm giving that idea is because I'm going to talk to you about 4 things that I want us to focus on as we launching each person to start to generate some results and some sales. But I want us to do it in such a way that we know we have a long-term goal of walking the stage. But to hit that long-term goal, how many people are you going to work with now to help them get binary qualified, to help them hit their first position of getting the apprentice knocked out, to help them get that rank of director, to help them? How many people you're going to work with? You gotta keep in mind, when people first join these organizations, there's so many things that's happening in the world. People want success, but so much is going on, and people want to win. But they can log online and see so many gurus and so many people talking. They don't know who to listen to or what to listen to. So therefore, they get confused, and a confused mind says nothing. Confused mind does nothing. A confused mind says it doesn't move. And I want people to know, to not be confused as to what it is that you should be doing. Because right now, to get people going, most of the time we just have to work and expose some people to the business. And the best way that you can do that for all of you who are on this call right now, if you have sponsored people into your business, many of your people have not had you might have gotten them started and just say, hey, get some people on the call. Get some people. We got a call happening at 8 o'clock. Get people on the call. And you just told them to get on something without intention. You got them into the business and said, let me know when you need some help. But they don't always know. There's no job you get started in where a person just tells you when they hire you, just say, just figure it out. Let me know when you need me. They're going to walk you through orientation. Then they're going to give you the steps, exactly what you need to do. And once you know what to do, just do those things over and over and over. So I want to talk about 4 things that I want you to do when you're working with people, when you got them started, if you haven't done it already, I want to make sure that we follow certain things, right? I want you, for one, to work with your people and actually help them become a product of the product, right? That means step one, I want you to help people, help the 4 steps. I want you to help them become a product of the product and buy the tools they need for themselves and their business. All right. That means being a product of the product means them buying the product they're going to use, or our products or tools that we use for sampling and things like that as well. All right. Building a list of people. Your list are going to be the people that you're going to connect with. All right. And I say within 24 hours of a person joining, this is important. Within 24 hours, Latoya, of a person joining, you want to have them put together their list. Because when we all first join, Walker, a person, when they first join, if you don't give them instructions on what to do, they're going to do anything they think they got. They're going to go watch all these YouTube videos, get on all type of things. They're going to be watching so much stuff. They're going to burn themselves out trying to figure everything out. Don't know what to do, and now you can't even get them back on the call because in their mindset they got so overwhelmed and so frustrated they don't know what to do. So I always make sure when a person joins, and I'm going to give you a timeline. This is important that you learn to move inside this space. And if you say to yourself, let's say you get somebody started on a Friday, and you told them on a Friday when they got started, hey, well, I'm getting you started. I want to make sure you know yourself to become a product of the product. I want you to fall in love with being a product of the product. Well, let me go to this because I can go. I don't want to train it yet. Let me put your list together, build your business now, which is step 3, and plug into the system, step 4. So step 1 is be a product of the product and buy your tools now. Some people may not be able to see it. That's why I'm going to say it. Step 2 is build a list, your homework in 24 hours. Step 3 is to build your business now. All right. And that means get your calendar out. And I'm going to tell you what the schedule and the calendar in a minute and all this other stuff. Then step 4 is to plug into the system now and just keep your word. If you say you want success, you say you want to have things happening, I want to make sure you keep your word and do the things you say you're going to do. Now, let's go ahead and get into this process. You guys understand what I'm saying when I talk about that. All right. Step 1, being a product of the product. And I tell people it's important that being a product of the product, it means something to you more than just saying, I'm a product of the product. I'm just being. What does that mean? That means I want you to fall in love with the products. When a person falls in love with the products, if they're a rep, I'm saying it's because we want to get reps, we want to get customers, and we want to get reps, right? Customers and life changes. If you get a customer, you've heard it said before, Sonia. We always say never make a good customer a bad rep. Some people want people to join them so much in business that they'll try to get their customers to become a rep. They don't really want to be a rep, but we get them to want to be a rep. We try to push them to doing all this rep stuff, and now they get so turned off they don't even be a customer. And they didn't really want you. You wanted them to be a rep so bad, but that same customer is the customer that you got that can generate income that one time, but repetitively over and over and over. We always say, get them in the door, write that down and show them the store, right? Get them in the door, then show them the store. If I get you in the door by talking to you about this tea, and now after you're in there, they start seeing that you got NutriBurst, or you remind them, I don't know if you know this, I talked to you about how to take the bad out, but also, you also can put the good in with the NutriBurst. Now they may go from this 1 product to this 2 product. Then they also get the NRG, which is 3 products. They may say, you know what? I like the way that's talking. I like this, the fact that you guys had coffee. I know you had coffee. Add that's 4 products. But it started off with your customer who decided they wanted to use 1 product, and that turned into more products. So that 1 customer can go from $20 a month, $40, $60, $80, even $100 if they decide they want to use different product, different teas and stuff, right? You get $100 per customer. Now, keep this in mind. That's on a customer. Now, if that happens for a customer, what happens when you have a representative? Now, you have internal consumption and external. Internal, write that down. Internal consumption is us. We're life changers. The people who are internally, who buying the products, everything, that's all of us together as reps buying product. We're buying the products, internal consumption. That means that we're a rep, we're buying the products, and we're consuming. External are your customers that's not in the business, but they're part of your business because they're buying the products from you, all right? And they're external. Internal people, if they're not building the business, a lot of times, if we don't build the business, people stop buying the products. It's the craziest thing. Now, as a customer, you would buy the product because you were losing weight, you were slimming down. You saw Sonya. She don't listen. Y'all wanted some of that, Sonya. When you stood up, they wanted that. They like them. Oh boy, oh boy. You want when Sonya like that. You wanted some of that. You wanted those 4 pounds off too. Don't hate. Don't hate. Participate. You wanted that. All right. So the thing is this: when reps stop using the products, I'm like, why? You want. If you have results, you want to keep having results. Which is why I say you want them to fall in love with the products. If they fall in love with the products, now they use your rep use this one product, and they start using 2 products. Start using 3 products, 4 products, even if they no longer want to really be in the business, if they're really loving the products because you got them using more than just one product. Because unfortunately, when most people get somebody involved in the business, the first thing we do is say, get a product, get in. That person get one product, they may or may not even use the product. They're trying to sample people from that one bag, so they don't even have the results that they should really be having. So they really don't know what's going to happen for the product for them long term. And because they really don't know what's going to happen long term, they use the product 1 day, 2 days, come on in and close the door, please. 1 day, 2 days, they did it really quickly. And then all of a sudden, they're no longer using nothing. All of a sudden, now they're no longer doing the business at all. That's why it's important for you that you know that if they start to use a product and they start to fall in love with other products, and also being a product of the product is understanding that our business is not just these products, our business is people. Write that down. Being a product of the product is knowing your people. It's not just these products, but it's your people. So personal development is important when it comes to step 1. You want them to be a product of the product of this product and a product of the product of personal development. Our business is people. If people, come on in and close the door pretty quickly, please. If our products are people, when people start to use these products and they come on board and they start to have results of this right? What's important for you to know is that when you start to have a rep that use this product and life gets in the way and they told you their why when they first got started, you're able to go back to LaToya and say to them, well, listen, I know life got in the way. I know you told me some things came up. I recognize you told me the other stuff, but you also told me the reasons why you wanted to do this was because of your family, because of this right here. You already got in. You already got yourself binary qualified. Let's at least keep you using the products and maintaining your binary qualifications, right? Using the products because you yourself said that these products help your family. You said you want to focus on health. You said you was tired of your family going through the situation with diabetes and high blood sugar and high blood pressure. You said all these things that you said you wanted to join the business because you had you lost a person in your family to this. And the person would tell you their why. But when you understand their why, it'll help you to say, listen, you remember, I understand life is life. I want you to go take care of your life and what you got going on, but I want you to remain on SmartShip. Continue getting the products so they can continue helping you through those things. Evidently, what you're saying a little while ago, it sounds like it's a lot of stress. Well, when your body's able to operate at optimal level, it can help with stress levels. So let's go ahead and keep you on these products to help your body being harmonized and stress levels down. So let's keep you on the products that you said. All these things when it comes to being a product of the product, and SmartShip is important. Because I'm giving you a lot of scenarios for people to understand that when people are in the business, if they join as a customer and you try to force them as a rep, how you can lose that. But if they are a rep, why and how you can get them to stay in longer, even if life gets in the way, because most of the time life will get in the way, then some people will come back later on and they'll want to come back and build. They come back and build, they're at least active. They still got their business in place. If they're binary qualified, because to be binary qualified, you can just to be active if you're not building. Again, we said proper SmartShip is 3 products, all right? That's how we work together. We got a long-term residual strategy, investment strategy, all this other stuff. Falling in love strategy, because you want them to use more than just one, because you don't know which one is going to be the one they're going to love, which one they're going to fall in love with, which one the wife loved this, the husband loved this, the children using this for school. They do all this other stuff. But being active, a person can get this one product from themselves, get another product from the person on the left that they got, on their right that they got, and they can still hold on to their binary qualifications. Why am I saying that? For those of you who don't understand, our business, we build residual income. Residual is built from all the volume that's being generated from all these products and all the reorders, from internal and external consumption, from your customers and your reps. Being a product of the product helps your reps to maintain their active status, maintain their binary status, maintain the reasons why they want to use the products anyway, because they fall in love with not just one product that they got started, but they're using several products. But also it gives them an opportunity that when life kind of gets back on track and they want to come back. For instance, I remember back in the days, I haven't done it since for 20 plus years, I've been actively doing a network marketing. I've been involved in the industry for 30 years, for 20 years, because I haven't worked for 30 years. For 20 years straight, I was doing just a network marketing business. 30 years I've been in the industry. I took a break a couple of years, someplace in there. Then I got back into the game. For 20 years straight, I mean, this is all I've been doing. Multiple 6 and 7 figures doing this, just doing a product from the house and things like that, right? So I'm telling you guys, I know how it can work with a person long term and how you can really build a long-term lifestyle and business with this. The residual income aspect means time is going to go by anyway. And as you're having representatives and people starting to get into their life, like I got into life over the years, I used to get into the space to where I remember when I used to have a job way back, right? And this is important that you guys understand. I would have a job. I would be so stressed about going check to check and not having money that I found myself in the toilet like everybody else. I got to be at work in the morning time, eyes red as I don't know what. I'm online watching infomercials. You know why I used to play infomercials at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? For people like my ass who couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do nothing. I was always focused in on what's next. Like most people do, they stress. What's going to happen next? Oh my God, what's going to happen? So they start showing you all these things that you can buy. And one of the things I used to buy is this real estate investment thing from Carlton Sheets. Carlton Sheets was a guy who would always sell real estate investing tool, like this whole kit, tapes and everything else, right? And I would buy the tape set. I bought the tape set. And I bought the tape set. I started listening to everything. I started saying, I'm going to apply it, but it was so much stuff that I still didn't know what to do. So what did I do? Oh man, it's too much. I would put it up under the bed. I would get back into working, doing some other stuff. And then when life got in the way one more time, I would reach back up under the bed. I would pull it out. It would be dusty as I don't know what, right? Blowing the dust off, wiping it off, going back again, trying to listen to the stuff again. Why did I tell you that story? Because people do the same thing here. They would join the business. Life would get in the way. They'll walk off for a while. Then when life gets so heavy and they come back and they remember that they had this, they'll come back and they'll blow the dust off and they'll want to get busy again. But the best thing is this: if they left and they came back and they had volume, they had people in their business that were still growing because they was remaining active and people were still doing things under them. It's important that you understand the reason why I told you that story of my own life, because I understand how people go through life. And by the time, it takes a while for dust to come on top of something. So it'll be a while before I come back and I blow the dust off. It could be a while before they come back and blow the dust off and be ready to build. But what if they come back and because you taught them to become a product of the product and keep using the product and they maintain active status, that when they came back, they were in a position that now that they were ready and they got busy with another level of intention, and now everybody starts to join them. Now within week 1, not only can they make money in sales, but they can start making money in their binary as well. So they can make money retail recruiting and in the binary, because over the last 6 months, 7 months, 8 months while they walked away, am I making sense? If that made sense to you guys, put an 8 in the chat. Right? Put an 8 in the chat if it made sense. Because I want you guys to understand that when we're in this I tell stories because I know that people, our life is a daggone story, right? Our lives are stories. Our lives are movies. So I'm able to give you a glimpse into my movies so I understand how other people live their lives, because we have the same daggone movie. Everybody's running the same movie some type of way. So that's why being a product of the product, I tell you, when I go through the orientation, see, I gave you the steps really quick. People can Google 4 steps. They can watch it. They can watch that within a minute and know what four things to do. But when I give you an orientation of it, I'm shifting how you look at the reasons why, how you see the things that we're talking about. All right. So that's why I'm giving you all the stuff. I'm saying why being a product of the product is important. Now, one of the other things that I always been teaching for years is this: being a product of the product for you. All right. We have a 50% partnership with the company. That means that we trust them. They trust us. They trust us to go do the things that they're gonna do research and development, find products, advance products, come up with new products. They're gonna do all the things they're gonna do, right? Put everything R&D, put things in place. They're gonna manufacture. They're gonna package it. They'll ship it. All we have to do is just promote it and sell it. Right? We got a 50% partnership. For them to accurately make assessments on what to purchase, what to buy, how much they can do, what they can do, how much money they're going to have for research development, how much money they're going to have for certain things, how much more they can buy at a things to get a bigger discount, whatever they have going on. It requires us as business partners, 50% partners of this, to put our orders on SmartShip, because part of their monthly, when they're figuring things out for the month, they look at what we have as an organization, what we're looking to purchase, so they know how much buying power they're going to have, what they're going to be able to put money into, how much they need to purchase. You ever logged online before and you said, man, I can't believe they sold out, but yet you mad they sold out, but then you see somebody else online talking about something, you be like, hey, how you get that? They sold out. Well, so I was on SmartShip, and because I was on SmartShip, they knew to buy mine first, so mine got shipped. You know how I know that? Because I always tell stories, right? When I went to corporate, and when I first joined, when I came back, right, they had this tea, but it was sold out, and I'm like, damn, I can't get no water. I love watermelon. So I'm like, I want to taste that watermelon. My mouth is water. I'm like, it just sounds delectable. You know what I'm saying? Mouth watering for some damn watermelon tea, and anytime I log on, nothing. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? I want some watermelon tea. So what I do when I went to corporate, I get to corporate, I see all these boxes of, I'm like, the John like, hey, you go, hey, I'm gonna let you leave for some. Here you go, take some. I'm like, yeah, why can't you give me that watermelon? I want to try that. I figure I put a smile on, right, to try to put the baby face. You got it. I'm trying to put the baby face on. Can't get a watermelon? You're like, no. That go for the people on SmartShip. I'm like, because I really wanted that, right? But I couldn't get it because the people who was on SmartShip, Tammy, they had first dibs at the products. The company knows how to. They can assess what to purchase, assess what's going out. They know all the stuff themselves, and because we're on SmartShip, they can make all this assessments. They can make sure that your products are the sideline. They know what to purchase. So we owe it to them as 50% partners to make sure we're on SmartShip, so they know how to successfully run their end of the business as well. Am I making sense? If that made sense to you, put another 8 in the comment section. I'm just saying these things to you guys because I want you guys to remember that all these things, when we ask people to be on SmartShip, why is important, right? Just so you guys know as well. I was talking to Twala a few days ago. All right, she texted me a couple of days ago, and she was saying to me, she said, Jason, and let me tell you guys, so you guys, because this is for you guys as well, right? Who's on the call? All right, let me go through this text. How she said it to me. All right. She said, these are the people in your organization who was on SmartShip for the last several months. Now, this is important for all of us, right? This is important. And part of my organization, when I tell my organization, I said, part of being on SmartShip, and I've been teaching it for years, I always tell them to register their SmartShip so I can know. So on a monthly basis, we can do drawings and other things that we do. But what's happening now, what we're doing here with the Rebirth, is that on a monthly basis, whoever has 5 or more SmartShips, they go into a raffle to win, whether it's prizes. This month is going to be like $120. Now, I don't know about you, but I can always use extra $120. Don't act like you can't. Don't because if you went to your job and your job was lacking $120 from your paycheck, I promise you, you're going to be kicking the doors of human resources. Where's Becky? My check's short. You know why? Because in your mindset, you done spent that whole daggone check on your bills, and you calculated that 120 in it as well. So that means 120 missing from your check matters. So yes, 120 could matter. 120 can be in for extra gas. 120 can be for some food for somebody who going through it right now. I know I've been on the bread lines with my children picking up food on the Sundays, at Saturdays and Sundays at the churches because I didn't have money. I didn't have enough money to purchase foods. I know what it's like to have an extra 120. So that to be able to have that raffle that can help you pay for your smart ship, pay for some product, being a part of a product of the product and putting yourself on smart ship helps the company grow, but helps us guys, but also helps you because you can be a part of the raffle and win that. So if you have to have 5 or more smart ships, so you have not been on smart ships, set it and forget it today for that right there. Am I making sense? All right. All those things I want to give to you guys for step 1, being a product of the product. Step 2, once you know that you want to make sure, again, I went through it quickly for you to understand why, but also do the orientation for you to understand better on all the things that you need to lock in, why you need to lock in, how, lock in, all this other stuff, being purposeful and having intention. Step 2 is put together a list. Now we're talking about when you get somebody and started into the business, all right? Some of you guys have not gotten your people on smart ships, so now you can have the conversation after this about smart ship. Have a conversation with them about their list of people. Now, if you're on social media, you're going to always see these little ads that come by where somebody's going to be saying, is your people still telling you put together a list of people? If your upline still telling you put together a list, 100 names and numbers, don't believe that. That's a lie. Yeah, we still do that. Successful people build networks. A successful, you know how they say the rich get richer? You know why the rich get richer, Natalie? Because when rich people find out about a way to make money, they tell each other. They're not just telling random people. They're calling people in their daggone list. Mike, I got away, bro. Mike, I got this for you, bro. You know who they call him? Their list. So don't tell me when somebody say, oh, your people telling you, get out of here with that nonsense. Because soon you click on that link, the way they make money is for you to, they're going to charge you $7 for you to listen to the nonsense. And when you purchase $7 to listen to the nonsense, now you got to purchase $69, listen to some more nonsense, then $299 listen to some more nonsense, and you paying them for to do a Zoom call that I'm teaching you how to do stuff already. You got me? So don't let nobody tell you, oh, put a list together. No. People from days of old was going back to their Rolodex. Am I dating myself something right now? For you who don't know, a Rolodex used to be this thing, right? You sit on the table. It should be right on the end of your desk, and you will roll it, and it have all these cards in it, Christian Walker, that will have names and numbers of people that when you was going through something, like, you know what? Let me go to my Rolodex and find Christian's number, so I can call Kristen and tell her about this opportunity to invest. Let me go through my Rolodex, flip the Rolodex, and you find it. Now our Rolodex is on our phone, and we scroll and find numbers on our phone. Successful people build networks, and they'll go through their network to get richer. The rich get rich because they tell each other. So when you find a way, you're going to find a way, and you're going to tell each other. So putting together 100 names and numbers of people is going to be important. Now, again, for those who logged, you may have logged in late. Let me give it to you one more time. Let me show it to you really quick. This is what I was covering right here, right? I said when there's 4 things I want you to do when you get somebody started. Make sure they be a product of the product. Make sure they put together their list, and the list is 100 names and numbers in 24 hours. All right. Now, keep this in mind. The first 2 ways we get paid in this company, all right? You see this list? I said a list of 50 people that you can become customers, and 50 people that become business partners. Why is that important? Let me help you understand. The first 2 ways in our compensation plan is retail and recruit. The first 2 ways you make money when you first join this company is retail and recruit. The first 2, before you make money doing anything else, the only way you make money is to sell product or to sponsor somebody into the business. There ain't no other way we make money. So retail and recruit. So when we put together a list of people, it's for you to retail and recruit. Now, it's important that you understand when you're putting the list in place, you yourself want to have your people put their list, because if you're on this call and you got more than 5 or 6, 7 people on your team, you have a small window of opportunity to work with people on a daily basis, Jacqueline. That means if I got you, this is important. most people who do a network marketing business, the majority of people, 99 point, I don't know the exact numbers, it's in the high 90s of people, 99.9% of people, they got a job. So that means after work, they're working their business. That means if they have a job and after work, they work in the business. That means if you've got a job and you work in the business, you only have a few hours to work with several people. So if you're telling me you're going to help me get my business off to a great start, Natalie, you got to call with Sonia, you got to call with Jason, you got to call with Patricia, you got to call with all of us after work. You got home by 6 or between 6 and maybe 7 because you got to call. Your lunch call may do at 7, 8 o'clock. So you may have an hour and a half to call me to go through my list with me and help me to go through my GPS and my why I want to do the business, to help me get my goal plan. You may only have 15 minutes for me, 15 minutes for Sonia. That means if I don't come prepared, now when you start talking about who you got, I got to go home a second. I know I got some people I want to talk to. Let me see. Now I'm taking time. I'm scrolling. I'm looking. I got to figure out who I need to be talking to versus me coming together with my list. So now when you're going through marketing training, I have my list already together. So make sure that when we tell you to put your list together, you got to understand that you need it because you're going to work with several people. You don't have all day for one person. I know you may start off with one, but eventually you're going to have a lot of people. And you don't have time to work with one people who don't come prepared. So come prepared with your list. Now, this is important for you to understand this. People that tell you they don't got no time, well, I didn't have it. But if your job told you, Sonia, Natalie, Jacqueline, listen, when you come to work tomorrow, I need you to come together with a list of 100 names and numbers, or because I need this for this training, I'm gonna fire you. Now, you may call me and Sonia or somebody and be like, man, they talk my son. You know how we start up with they talk my son, right? I don't know why we all say they talk my son. We start with that first. They tell my son, if I don't come in tomorrow with a list, I'm gonna get fired. They must don't know who I am. If I don't come up, whatever. Then after you tell that to your friend, you're behind just like this. Michael, Craig, you know what I'm saying? You may try to front for your friend. Yeah, they talk my son, but you're gonna be just like Jeff, Bruce. You're gonna make sure you have your list. You know why? Because you need that damn job. So the same way you need that job, you need this business to get off the ground. So the same way, if your boss requires you to do it in order for you to save your boss's business, I want you to do it to save your own business. I want you to come together with the list because it means something for you. Because if I told you to come together and listen, in this list right here, I'm gonna give you $1,000 for every name you give me, but you can only give up to 100. In your mindset, you'd be like, I can get $100,000? Oh my God, I promise you. And if I tell you to do it in the next 30 minutes, 15 minutes, you're gonna give me 100 names and numbers. If you know in 15 minutes, you're gonna have $100,000. But this is the thing. The people who are gonna help you build your business and launch your business have already earned $100,000. They're gonna show you and teach you how to get that $100,000. You're working with people who've already done that type of income. So getting your list together, we're going to coach you, guide you, mentor you, and help you to be able to do that. Am I making sense? That list is important. So make sure I gave you guys a bunch of different ways of how to look at it so you understand why the list is important. All right, so go ahead and get that list. Now, when I also go from there, step 3 is I always tell people is to build their business now. This is where your calendar comes out at. When you get your calendar out and you schedule with your calendar, the most important part of that calendar is just knowing that your calendar is where your money relies, is where your money resides. Because I appreciate that, Christian. Thank you so much. When you are an entrepreneur and you're trying to incorporate a business into your lifestyle, it's challenging to try to do it off the top of your head. There's no way you can remember everything. So to make sure you know how to put all these things in place and things together, you get your calendar. Now, when I'm going to ask you launch your business, step 3 is to launch your business. I say build a business now, but it's really launching your business. Amateurs start a business, write that down. Professionals launch one. Now that you are business professionals, Latoya, now it's time. Now your job is to launch your business. Your job is to not just start it. I talked to a couple people here and there. I tried this. No, there's no job you're going to go to and I kind of no. You're going to get there. You're going to do whatever it takes in order for you to show them that you need the job. You want on this job. You're going to be at this job. You're going to do what's required of this job. So your business is the same way. Now that you have actually wanted to launch a business, the first thing about launching it is this. I want you on step 3 is to always remember to do a welcome call, or we call them welcome calls. What's another name they use for that, Sonia? If you use another one, I'm not sure. They welcome calls, something else they call it. But a welcome call is basically when you welcome them to the team and family. But they call it, you may hear somebody say some other type of call, but it's still welcome people to the team and family. The reason why I do the welcome call is this. There's several reasons why. A brand new person who got started into the business, a lot of times they have tried things like this before, but no one has never talked to them other than the person who got them started. So welcome calls help them to understand, help them welcome to the team and family, but it also helps them with their validation. Many of us, many times, we'll buy something, Idris, we'll buy something, and then after we buy it, we get buyer's remorse. Oh man, why did I buy that? I don't know. People are joining the business and have buyer's remorse too. The welcome call helps them through that buyer's remorse phase. That means when they get started, they be like, am I gonna make my money back? How am I gonna do this? How much? But when you get them, when you do the welcome call will be done up your lineage. Your lineage is your line of sponsorship. Lineage is like your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, your great-great-grandmother, or your dad, your granddad. Your lineage is your sponsor, your sponsor, your sponsor. We always say you're plugged in upline. Write that down. They have to be plugged in. I mean, they have to be on the calls. They're showing up. They're not just people in the lineage, but they're showing up. They're on the training call, so they know how the system works. So when you actually do a welcome call, let's say if I got Idris, and he's my new person, I'm going to introduce him to Sonia, who's my sponsor, and I'm going to say, hey, Miss Sonia, I got gentlemen. First of all, I'm going to text her or call her. Listen, I got a brand new person. I got started into the business. Will you be available at this time to do a welcome call? Always verify with your person that they will be free, because you don't want to just be calling your people at random, because Sonia's working with a bunch of other people as well. She could be on a launch call. She could be on a training call, working with somebody as well. So remember I said get the calendar? She already has a calendar, the free time she has. So when I'm calling my person, I said, listen, I'm going to call my person at this time. I'm going to call, check a couple of times with Sonia. She tells me the time she's available. I'll call my person, say, I'm going to get you into a call, and I'm going to get you into a call. I'll let her know I'm walking somebody through the system. I just got them in. Can you be available this time? She says, yes. Now I'm going to say, Idris, this is my sponsor. Now, before I actually bridge her in, I'm going to tell Sonia, hey, Miss Sonia, I got Idris on the other line. Jim, he does this, blah, blah. I'll let him know who he is. The reason why I'm doing that is this, because this is important. I'm new. Idris is new, but Sonia's a beast at this. So when I'm doing a welcome call, even though I don't know what I'm doing, I may be tentative, because tentative has no power. And when you're tentative, you're vibrating in this world is weakness. And this is a universe that does not favor the timid. So I may be timid. I got this person. But Sonia, she's not timid, because she knows exactly what to do. She knows the 4 things that need to happen automatically. So when I say, Sonia, I got Idris on the phone. He's my first guy. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm happy. Now my mind don't remember nothing, because I'm just excited I got somebody. When I'm plugging her into him, she's like this, hey, I just want to say to you, welcome to the team. More importantly, welcome to the family. She's going to pause. He's going to be like this. Okay, thank you. The reason why she paused is because she wanted to wait for him to say thank you. Because most people never did that. Don't just say, welcome to the team and family. Let me say, welcome to the team, more importantly, welcome to the family. And it happens all the time. They'll pause and they'll go, because I don't say nothing. They go, oh, welcome. Okay, oh, thank you. Well, great. Then I edify. So welcome to the team and family, edify the sponsor. Then Sonia's going to say, listen, I need you to know that Mr. Scott, an amazing entrepreneur. He knows how to help. He knows how to build his business. He's plugged into the system. For the fact that he even has you on this call shows you that he has you plugged into the system. Because even though you're in business for yourself, you're not by yourself. But he wants to make sure you know exactly what to do in order to build your business successfully. Speaking of the system, you edify the sponsor and you edify the system. And our organization, this Rebirth, you know what I'm saying? We focus on this project 50K. We're going to you can actually edify the Rebirth organization. You can say this is the link to join the Rebirth thing. She's going to send you the link for you to join the Rebirth community. We're going to be there to help you. But here's the link for you to actually go to the online training platform that we have. She's going to edify and help them understand that this has been a 6-figure training that people have gone through, been able to generate that type of income. So we're going to plug you into that. Then, of course, after she finished that, she could say, welcome to the team. More importantly, welcome to the family. Now, I say that so you can understand the things that I do when I do a welcome call. But this is important about that. Sonia, when I told her what the person does, now she knows what Idris does for a living, right? Or when she gets on the call, she said, before I let you go, what do you do for work? What do you do for a living? Now, the reason why you want to know that, because you want to know if the person has another level of influence, because this is important. When we get people involved in the business, we don't want, every person that you get involved, my list is now your list. My 100 names and numbers are now your 100 names and numbers. My community of people is now your community of people. So you want to know who I know so you can get into my community as quickly as possible. Because most people that you get involved in the company, they're not going to stay. They're going to quit. But they will lead you to somebody before they do. I want to build a lifestyle with everybody. We all do. We rather build a lifestyle. Write this down. Some people are going to build a lifestyle. Some people are going to be a paycheck. They decide that. I want to build a lifestyle with you, Latoya. I want to be working in this business with you for years to come. Because this is a McDonald's. We got this real estate. We're going to be here for decades. The same McDonald's, same place of business. We're going to be here. Some people are going to be here today, gone tomorrow. They chose to buy these products. They were just a paycheck. They choose that. I'm going to walk you through the process. I want to build a lifestyle. You want to leave. You was a paycheck. And thank you, God, for helping me pay my car note. Help me to get the food on the table, because he's going to do what he got to do. And it's okay. Am I making sense? I'm giving you guys all this stuff so you guys to know that when we're connecting with people and she's able to make a connection, she knows she has to get through my list of people. Now, I understand there's a few things with this as well. When I'm working with a brand person, let's say I'm brand new, you got to help me do two things really quick. You got to help me see income. Write this down. Help me get some income or have some activity. If I have income coming in, I'm like, oh man, I get excited. Oh my God, this thing is working. If I have activity happening, that means I have things coming up, a call showing up, somebody logs onto the call, somebody says, yes, I'm going to buy the products. Somebody may have joined. All this stuff is activity. Even if nobody bought or joined yet, for the fact that I know they say, give me on Friday, this is a Sunday that I got them on the call. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm still, oh my God, I got a person on Friday. They're going to buy on Friday. So the activity of that in my mindset will still keep me engaged. While I'm still engaged waiting for my person who said on Friday, you're going to be still working with me to see who else you can get me connected to. Because everybody's not going to say on Friday. Somebody's going to say today. Now that activity and that income will keep me in longer. Am I making sense? If I'm not making sense, if you got a question, Idris, you can open up the mic and ask me. Because I see you thinking over there. I wonder if you're thinking because you're processing.
I'm good. Oh yeah, I'm processing. It's amazing.
Processing. Again, I want to make sure you guys got this, because I'm telling you, I do this. I do this. Okay, Latoya, I know it's not. I said how I want to say it. I do this. All right. So therefore, because I do this, I want to make sure you guys understand how this stuff works. There's a psychology behind a lot of things that we do. And understanding the psychology of it will help you to grasp it and utilize it. So when we say to do it, it's not just, these things got to be important to you. Because if a person knows what to do when they first get started, and you know the same things to do all the time, you can move faster. You can move quicker. Am I making sense? It's when people get started, they don't know what to do. We just get in and go over here. Now they watching a bunch of videos, they don't know what to do, so they don't do nothing. If you know you get me started, you make sure I be a product of product. Make sure I put my list together. Make sure you do a welcome call, introduce me to my other leaders. And then of course from there you're going to get my calendar out and you're going to schedule my launch calls. That's still part 3, step 3. All right, let me show it to you one more time. Under step 3 in building your business, you do the welcome call, and now with your calendar out, you're going to schedule my game planning session. All right, my marketing training, my back office stuff. Help me understand what because all that stuff. Even in game planning session, even in my personal group, I have a GPS sheet that we go through in this process, so people know why. Because you want to know why I'm involved in the business. Want to know why it's important to me. My GPS is going to help me understand where I am and where I want to be at. Every GPS want to know your location and where you're going. The GPS is your game planning session, so you can know where I'm at, where I want to be. Sonya done asked me questions. She knows who I am, what I got going on. She knows what I'm doing. So in her mindset, she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work with him. Here's my phone number. Give me your number. This is what I always do, Sonya. I always say, listen, Idris is going to give you my number. I want you to text me from your phone, your name and your number. Right? Because I like to work with people who are coachable, teachable, and trainable. I look when people follow some instructions. So text me your name, your number from your phone. I'm saying, but while I'm on the call, still give me your number anyway. And I'll still take their number anyway myself. But I still want you to text me from your name. And the reason why I want to do it, because they don't text me, I still got their name and number. And I can still call them anyway. Because Idris is new. I'm new. All right, but Sonia's not. So Sonia knows how to move them through the system quicker because she knows that she got 72 hours from the time that I joined to that I can mentally quit and check out. Because if a person doesn't see income or activity within the first 72 hours, the right way, a lot of times they may still show up, but they didn't talk long, so that means they talk wrong. You talk long, you talk wrong in this business. Everybody think they know the right two people. So now they think they can get on the phone and sell everybody. So now they try to sell somebody. And everybody say no. Now so you can't get them back on the phone call. You know why? Because you let them do the talking before you trained them on how to talk. And the way I'm going to train you on how to talk is I'm going to do a launch call for you. Your launch call is going to be me. I'm going to get people. All you do in the very beginning is that's a kiss of death. Exactly. All you're going to do in the very beginning is you're going to introduce people to me. You're going to usher. You're going to do the ushering. I'm going to do the preaching. You're going to take home the offering. All you do in the very beginning is usher them to the call. I'm gonna Sonia. I'm gonna usher them to the call. Idris people. Sonia's gonna do the presentation. When she does the presentation, they're gonna do two things. They're gonna buy or they're gonna join. And if they buy, I made a sale. If they join, what am I gonna do? Go right back to step one with the person. Be a product of the product. Put the list together and actually start the welcome call and put their launch call in place. Product of the product. List together, do the launch call. Because once I buy a join, I'm going back to step one. Buy a join, going back to step one. Buy a join, because they join, going back to step one. What did I do? Step one. Because after that, step 4 is plugging into the system. Training, what we're doing right now. Ongoing, continuing education. That's it. All those things that I gave you an hour, it's 30, in less than 15 seconds, I can tell you the 4 steps. But I spent the hour to go through the process for you to understand the reasons why. People are more prone to do what you actually do and understand why to do it. But if you know the 4 things to do with a person, then you get all the other stuff, because the continued education, you get all the trainings, everything else we got going on the calls that we got, the systems that we got, everything else. But all you got to know is in the very beginning, people got to be on SmartShip. People got to be able to put a list in place. People have to be able to launch their business. And then from the launch of it, now everybody's saying, because the company just say now you're going to have a chance to do a launch calls and calls after call. I've been teaching that. That's what I do. It's the same stuff. Do it. Let me do a call for you. That's my whole business is that. My whole business is talking to people, for people, and around people, finding people too. Most of the people I have in my organization I work with are not the people I sponsor. Most of them are people who I sponsor through other people. And that's how I still make money here. That's how they're still having success, because I've worked through people so quickly that even though they quit, the people I'm working with are on my 2nd, 3rd, or 4th level, because I work through people so fast, because I don't know who's going to quit and stay. But I still got a team. When other people go, I don't know, I got nobody. Well, I do, because I use those same 4 steps to work through people quickly to find people. But I still be reaching out to the ones I sponsor. And I be letting them know, listen, just this person didn't. Sometimes they get a call, they be like, then they'll get active again because they see that people are still moving. So everything we do is with a long-term game plan, long-term strategy. I just want to give you guys some things on that process, guys, the same basic things for you guys to know. Yes, there's other things that you can learn, other things that you can teach on, other things you can work through. Yes, but the basics is making sure you're on 120 SmartShip, making sure that when you get me started in business, that you help me to get some income or activity. So I'm going to make some retail sales or recruitment sales. All right. I'm going to actually put my list of people together, launch my business, do my ribbon cutting, which is a launch. So I'm going to sell some product. I'm going to recruit some people, go back to step 1. Then they'll learn all the marketing stuff, all the things that we do. And the last thing we'll share before I'm done is this. All right. Because you guys think it's sweet out here. They think it's sweet out here, Sonia. You guys think it's sweet out here. Let me show you something. Because you guys, they think, I don't know, let's go. You think it's sweet. See, we just talked. We told you guys we launched this right here, right? We came up with a slimming system. Stop listen. This actually back in the days when I used to get mad before personal development, Tammy, when I get excited like that. So let me bite my. Come on, man. Yo, stop playing. Get the slimming system. All right. I got the slimming system. I ordered it, was in pre-launch. All right. So right here. It's right here. It says June. Because what I did, someone is I knew the product was coming. I said, let me see how this stuff is going to work. So I love to eat. I intentionally stopped using some of the other products. It don't take me much. This is life. Most people are going to gain weight pretty quickly. If you like me, I would listen. Just so you guys don't know, right? Back in 2000, someone shot me with a 45 caliber gun. They shot me in my back, came out through my stomach. So I got a scar that goes from my upper torso to my midsection, right? So I gained weight easily around my midsection pretty quickly because they had to cut me open to save my life. So because of that, I gain weight pretty fast around my midsection. That means if I'm not constantly doing something all the time to keep my everything active going on, I can gain weight. And I love sweets. I know. That's a guilty guy. I love sweets. I love to eat. And I cook all the time. So I'm cooking all the time. So I eat. If you give me a cup, I can lose weight. You give me 2 weeks of not doing nothing, I'll gain weight back pretty quickly. So I said, I know my slimming system coming. Let me chill. Let me not do stuff. I have to do my NutriBurst, but I'm not going to use the other stuff because I want to see, because I know me. I'm eating and gain some weight. So I said, let me gain some weight so I can, because again, I said, let me see where I'm at. So 215, this is like June 12th. I got the product June 12th. By June 13th, which is 1 day later, come on, stop. Don't play with me. Listen. You ain't hear what I'm saying. 215, 210. Come on. Come on, son. Come on, son, like a kid ain't dropped 5. Come on, son. Come on, son. No, hold on a second. Y'all playing game. Let me sit back on y'all right now. Y'all think you think it's sweet out here. Let me sit back. Let me get, matter of fact, I'm drinking this right here on you right now. Well, I'm drinking this on you right now while I'm talking. Because y'all think it's sweet out here. I'm telling you right now, get the slimming system. Stop playing games out here. Make it a part of your lifestyle. If this got to be your smart shit, be that, whatever it is, make it a part of your lifestyle, guys, so that we can sit and get sexy. There you go, just sit there. Flip. Sonya, they. Come on, man. Y'all want that. You want that. Stop acting like you don't want that. I appreciate you guys for logging on to this Saturday morning training call. I pray that you guys got some value out of the call, out of the information, out of the training today. So, Sonya, there's any last things, anything you want to share, anything that want to share, comments you want to say before we're done with the call? Any other leaders?
This training was phenomenal. That's all I want to say.
I just want to say amazing job. There's nothing else that I can add. I just hope I took tons and tons of notes. Thank you so much, Mr. J. Snell Scott, for everything that you do for the entire organization. You're always willing to serve, but it was amazing. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys as well. So, guys, listen, I appreciate you guys logging into the call. Let's stay plugged in. Let Project 50K mean something to you. Let's bring some true value. Let us all be in this space that we're going to recruit some new people. I already got people I'm lined up that I've been talking to all week. I know people on my team started sponsoring people this week. Nikki put somebody in last night. I'm in this space right now where we're at this event. Don't just come to the event. We got 90 days that we can actually build. 90 days we can create some whole new synergy and energy. It's all good what we did before, but what are we going to do right now? It's all good that we did from excitement before, but now we're going to go from the excitement to knowing exactly what to do. Many of us, we got in, we didn't know what was happening. Now we do know what's happening. Now you know what to do with people when they come on board, how you can maximize each person, help each person individually. We're going to go to another level faster, stronger, and more efficiently. We're going to build a bigger business, a more sustainable residual business, guys. And I'll see each and every one of you guys not just at the top. I'll see each and every one of you guys over the top. You guys have an amazing new you. Love you guys. See you guys soon. Bye now.